Yeah. Oil is running out permanently of movable bridges. So, which means that the last I done read it said that the oil is not going to run out permanently. It is. It is. Uh, Based on current 2026 era global energy legislators, and the state of infrastructure, the idea that oil is running out of movable bridges likely refers to two distinct issues. Infrastructure's crisis, physical bridges, mini rail bridges, including highway bridges, that ain't just railroad bridges, highway bridges, and double deck bridges that transport heavy crude oil across waterways, e.g. in the U.S. Scapegoats Creek Bridge in Oregon are described as in the this predated, corroded, or structurally unsound due to negligence, causing significant risk of failure when supporting heavy train loads. Alleged, what's that? A crisis, the oil bridge. The geopolitical actions such as U.S. and Israeli actions targeting Iran early 2026 have blocked the key to transport routes due to the Strait of Hormuz oil bridge preventing from moving out other region and causing major supply disruption. Now this is the tribulation period coming. Now this is the key in 2026 oil solution. Global supply. As of early 2026, there are roughly 177 trillion barrels of proven oil reserves, enough to last about 47 years. Currently, consumption rates. Now, all of that is going to run out in a few months or a few weeks or whatnot, right? Infrastructure decay. Environmental survey has flagged hundreds of aging railway bridges. So, which means that it's all railroad bridges, understand? All like basketball bridges, vertical lift bridges, and swing bridges. I'm gonna show you some railroad bridges too. Carry millions of gallons of crude oil as being poor condition. Transport blockade. So that's why Trump is not getting rid of the blockade. So that's why the Strait of Hormuz is closed. They don't want to open the Strait of Hormuz, understand? So pipelines, tankers, routes, that these are the Strait of Hormuz are actually suffering from shutdowns and attacks, creating a paralysis in the movement of petroleum. The phrase running out of is therefore more accurate in the context of transport routes and being blocked and aging infrastructure falling rather than physical exhaustion of global oil reserves. So, which means that, the oil reserves are being destroyed. And I'm telling you, it's going to be permanent because the tribulation It's on the way. I'm gonna show you some railroad bridges. Now this is a Cass Cow Railroad Basco Bridge. That's a rolling lift bridge, right? This is an example right there, right? You know, now when the oil runs out, you know, it needs oil to run, it's not gonna run anymore. And that's located in Connecticut. Canadian National Railroad shows you what a lift bridge between Fort Francis, Ontario, and Rainier, Minnesota. You know, it still runs. Understand? It's still a service though, but you know, when oil runs out, you know, it's gonna cease to be used because the tribulation comes, and this bridge is also going to be destroyed in the tribulation period. Seattle, you know, the Valley Railroad Strauss Hill Train Basco Bridge was built in 1914 and 1913. You know, trains, a crew order be running now. Now, especially like like these bridges is going to cease to operate and use, because all these bridges are going to be destroyed. Even though they're in service, the tribulation is going to get so bad, all these bridges are going to be destroyed. Fixed bridges and movable bridges like this one is in Seattle, Washington, like this one, right? They mention railroad bridges like this. St. Paul, Minnesota, kind of way to Swing Bridge, same thing, right? You know, and that's going to be ceased to operate and whatnot, right? Because the oil is running out. Chicago, I understand, a Swing Bridge, right? Well, you know, for you know, Chicago, Madison, and Northern Railroad, I mean, that's going to cease to run or operate because of tribulation. You know, Port Clinton, Ohio, same thing. You know, that's going to cease to use. Port Clinton, Ohio, or for the Norfolk Southern Railroad. Jacksonville, Florida East Coast, and Acosta Railroad, Strauss Hill Train, the bridge, same thing. It's going to cease to operate and whatnot. Back to Chicago. Both now the bridge is already abandoned, or which is on the left side, I mean right side. But the St. Charles Airline Railroad Bridge will cease to be in use. There's rolling lift bridge over there in Tapua, Florida. It's also going to cease to be used. You understand? And because it's going to, you know, with all the like when oil runs out all over the globe, these bridges will be affected, especially railroad bridges. Eddystone, Pennsylvania, you know, same thing, right? Oh, I'm showing you. And Eddystone, Pennsylvania, same thing, you know. That's not gonna run anymore. Where these bridge, and the 8-track Scherzer Bridge in Chicago, it's closed shut though, but they're gonna be destroyed, and the train's not gonna be running. So HX Railroad, former Erie Railroad Bridge in Secaucus, New Jersey, same thing. That's gonna cease to operate. You know. Burlington Northern and Santa Fe Railroad Bridge in Prescott, Wisconsin. You know, it's also is going to cease because of the oil's running out, especially like from the Strait of Hormuz. Vertical lift bridge in Ottawa, Illinois, same thing. It's going. I mean, you know, trains go back and forth, especially like for food or whatnot, and oil, that's going to cease to operate. Canadian Pacific Railroad Bridge between La Crescent, Minnesota, and La Crosse, Wisconsin, the same thing. That's going to cease to operate because the oil is running out permanently. Understand? Saginaw Bridge, and that's also going to cease to use because the oil is running out. When it comes to drawbridges, Forest Railroad bridges, Buffalo, New York. Now, this bridge, of course, the New York Central Railroad, Strauss Hill train, it ceased to operate too. I told you, I remember I did a video back in 2023. All drawbridges, railroad bridges, globally will be destroyed, and that's it right there because all the oil is running out. See, the tribulation is coming, folks, and that's exactly what's taking place, right? So now the vertical lift bridge, and that's exactly it's going to cease from operating. Understand? Right along with the double leaf basket bridge, which is on the right. You see it? That's going to cease between Michigan and Ontario and Sault Ste. Marie. Cleveland, Ohio. The Iron Curtain Bridge is going to cease to operate too. Understand? Because the oil is running out. Yeah. Devon, Connecticut, near Stratford. Rolling lift bridges, they're going to cease to operate. Metro North vertical lift bridge, forced the Park Avenue Railroad vertical lift bridge in Bronx, New York. Understand? Now, I ain't going to show you all. I'm just showing you the examples of all railroad bridges globally, especially in Russia, China, Belgium, Argentina, and, North America, South America, all drawbridges, highway bridges too, but they just mentioned railroad bridges. They all is going to cease from operating, and no trains are going to be running back and forth because tribulation is going to start. Understand? It's going to be so bad out here. Understand? That's why the wicked elite is doing right now, hitting all refineries all over the world, and for us all the factories and whatnot. Factories are closing and everything, and crude oil is getting rid of all that stuff, right? So there you go, folks, and that's why those bridge operators and bridge tenders, those of you who are not saved, you need to get right with Jesus Christ. I know you got some saved bridge tenders and bridge operators, bridge operators and bridge engineers who love the Lord. But those of you bridge tenders and bridge engineers who are not saved, you need Jesus. You need to get right with Jesus Christ, because I don't want any of you left behind, for real. Y'all important as well as many people, for real. Y'all is important. Y'all need Jesus too, for real. Operators, bridge operators, train operators, bridge operators, bridge engineers, whoever, period. This is what's going on. That's what happens when oil runs out and no drawbridges operate. And it's going to be hell on earth. Hell on earth. It's going to be worse. For real. So that's an example right here. And many more bridges, drawbridges who are still in service and still in operation will cease or come to a halt to operate because the oil is all running out. The gas is running out, and they're going to shut the gas pumps and everything. So that's what's going on, folks.
I'm out of here.